Welcome to the show for this week's Super Rugby review. With the Highlanders win front and centre on the programme, a definite step forward in all departments. Elsewhere, the Hurricanes continue to dominate and give their fans hope of finals action, though they've yet to face New Zealand opposition, unlike the Chiefs, who've been equally brutal in those local derbies. But we'll have to wait until round 14 before these two teams first meet. The Blues had genuine reason for a gripe after a TMO call on a try and a bizarre penalty cost them what I thought would have been a deserved win over the Cheetahs. Across the Tasman, the Rebels continued to keep quality opposition honest, but came up short again, this time against the Brumbies. The Bulls led all the way, but only sealed the win over the Sharks late, and the Stormers weathered a storm of their own when the Lions pressed hard deep into overtime, but couldn't break the line.
We're still not being able to execute our game that we want to, especially in here with the speed and the pace. So, yeah, we got over the line. We're pretty keen on getting a win, so we got that out of the way.
Slight change in tactics. Those outside backs really came looking for work today, I felt.
Yeah, absolutely. They got a couple of rockets last week. They weren't doing enough, so they've upped their game and feeding off each other now. There's a bit of competition between them. Beautifully taken try, not much room to move it. No, he's playing well, Wise. He realises there's an opportunity here while Richard Buckman's injured, so I guess when Bucky comes back that Wise wants to be the number one wing.
Same for Jason Emery. He's taken Sean's job, and boy, what a wonderful job he's doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was Sean's job at the start. Pre-season they both had opportunities and they both bring really different strengths to the game, so again it's a bloody good competition for us. And last week he was a little bit tentative, but he's growing on that and he's grown his game again, so he's going well.
He'll be one of the shortest, smallest second fives in the comp, but boy, what a big heart.
Yeah, definitely. He's shown that through all of the teams he's played in so far, and like he's just said, he's come up against some big midfielders there, but he still got stuck and he got underneath them and won some good battles.
How did you make the call between Marty and Hayden?
Yeah, again, that was pre-season, and what they offered. Marty, we felt, had a bit more expansion to his game and a little bit more physicality. He showed that in the defence tonight. I thought he defended really well, and he played well in the pre-season as well, so he got the first chance.
I think the bench, Hayden among them though, all came on and made a bit of a difference, had a bit of spark and just lifted it.
Yeah, absolutely, especially the forwards. I thought some of their contributions and their collision wins and their energy and to get up off the floor and carry really well and get gain line for us was crucial for us to keep going.
Sum up the scrum in a few words, very few.
50-50. Yeah, we had to deal with some issues early on in the game, and I thought we came back and actually did that on their ball. We've still got to find ways to be able to launch our platform off that as well. And
shut down some of their key playmakers too. They got a few breaks early, but as the game progressed, you closed them down.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Guinea is a massive part of their game, and he found a bit of space early on. But like you say, we managed to shut that up, made a couple of changes, and then just keep coming forward at them.
Is that comfortably for the last 10 minutes once you get your head nose in front, or did you get a bit nervous?
Oh, no, yeah, not nervous, but we had to pay attention to our detail, exit out of our half, and like I say, and keep kicking well and pressuring them and shut down their game. So I thought we did that quite well.
It is nice to be home, and playing against the old boys is a bit of fun out there, and unfortunately didn't quite get the result.
Did you have to really switch them out of your mind because you're so familiar with those players?
Yeah, like I just enjoyed it. It was good running out there and going up against them, and some good passages of rugby out there, and I'm all about the enjoyment these days. So it was great.
The Reds made a huge improvement last week, but they just went back a step this week.
Yeah, I think so. I think we showed glimpses of what we can do, and I really liked it when we held on to the ball and we backed ourselves and had a bit of a run. But I think we probably got caught up in the Highlanders game a little bit, putting box kicks up into no man's land and sort of getting lost and a little bit scrappy at times, turning the ball over and letting them play footy. And I think we went away from what we wanted to do. And again, we looked good at the end, but we were chasing our tail, and it was a little bit too late.
You did a very good job of shutting down their playmakers for a long time.
Yeah, we did. They're dangerous, and you have to be wary of them guys like Ben Smith and Fekitoa and Osborne's they're class rugby players, so they can hurt you, and we had to put a focus on stopping them.
And Will kept you on the front foot with those little dabs of his?
Yeah, Will, he's good. I think he's getting back to form, and I like to see him when he's got ball in hand, and he makes things happen. So we'll be telling him to keep doing the same, and hopefully we can run off him and get our game going forward.
You're very much in the thick of it, especially the breakdown. Do you enjoy that tussle?
Yeah, I do. I just like trying to get involved as much as I can. I felt like I was just running around trying to make tackles tonight and didn't get much ball, but that's the way it goes sometimes, and yeah, I enjoyed it.
Always in touch though, right to the last.
Yeah, like I said, I liked it when we held on to the ball and we backed ourselves, and I think we showed at the end if we can have a bit more of that, we'll probably be a little bit more dangerous. So although we were chasing our tails and we ran out of time, that's the way I want to play in the future.
So it's onward and upward now, just you need to rack up some wins.
Yeah, we do. We've got a young team. We've lost some major guys to injury, but I thought the guys that have stepped in played really well. James O'Connor returned, he was good tonight and he'll only get better. So we just got to get home and knuckle down and get some wins and get some momentum rolling.
I think we put ourselves in good positions and we did some good things, but just little weird areas cost us at times, and we got away with them, and we got those points. We got those penalties made. He kicked well, and we got away with the win. So we can't ask more than that, and we'll take it definitely at this time of the season.
Just a quick talk about the set pieces. Scrum frustrating as the loose forward that you couldn't get a nice stable platform.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's good for a rest, but depends what part of the game. Sometimes it gets frustrating for us because we just want to get out there and play. But no, it's just it's not really my situation, so I keep well away from it. I just make sure I stay on and push.
You'd be pleased with your form. That try-saving tackle when the break was on in the first half. You're the last line of defence.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, it was a heavy game in the leagues. There was a lot of running, kicking, and as a loosie, you have to do a lot of running off the ball, which takes it out of legs. So I was happy how it went, and I was definitely I was ready. I was on empty at 60 minutes anyway.
And good to renew your acquaintance with Adam Thompson, even if it was on the other side.
Yeah, I seen old Tomo there. He gave me a few cheeky pats on the heads and the rucks, and he got his big hands over the ball a couple of times. But it's good to see him back. He's a quality player, and it's good to see him back in the game.
Was it a stop-start game for you? It felt like that from the sideline. It just couldn't quite get some momentum going. Yeah,
exactly. We started really well, like last week in that first 10 minutes, and then we just little errors cost us. And when it comes to the big games, that can really take it out of you. So we'll be looking to improve that. And it's just little things like our game plan's working really well, but if we execute, we're a really dangerous team with the backs we've got.
It's hard to follow some of those backs, isn't it? Because they make these cleaning breaks individually and sometimes get isolated. Yeah,
exactly. We've got some really X-factor players. We've got especially in our wings and Malachi and Bender at the back end. It's great having them. We just got to work hard and sometimes just guess where they're going to go.
Bit of a monkey off our back, quite a messy win, but we'll take the win, and it's good to get the win, especially from last week. We were so close, so the boys are pretty happy.
You had a very busy day, both defensively and with ball in hand.
The Aussie boys run pretty hard, and they're not the biggest guys, some of them, but they run pretty hard, and it's just good to get some game time this year, and hopefully I can keep building and help the team out wherever I can. Last year was quite disappointing for me because I didn't play much, and it as the year goes on, you don't hear your name, you kind of keep itching to get it. So this year's just been taking my opportunity when I get it, and every opportunity I get, I'll try to take it with both hands.
Most of your reputation's been carved out at centre, so have you enjoyed the adaptation to second five?
It's good. You're a lot closer to the ball, you get your hands on the ball a lot more, and especially got someone like Malachi outside you can just run off him and give him the ball and let him do his thing.
You have a very good understanding, you two, when it comes to the defence pattern, though.
Yeah, that's been a big work on for me, and I've done a lot of work with Scott McLeod, and I made it a lot simple this year, and once we get that right, we're pretty good on D, and just working for each other I think is the main thing.
Started to really get a flow in the second half, a bit more confidence, a bit more continuity.
Yeah, it did, and the boys get excited, as you can see, and everyone wants to touch the ball, so I think once we can just be patient and just play our game and our structure, and I think we'll start scoring more tries.
We did tactically kick quite a bit to start with. Was that the plan?
Yeah, we talked about it from last week. The first 10 minutes we just ran ourselves into the ground, and by the time the last 20 came, we were tired, so yeah, we decided that we'll put the ball behind them and try and force them to make errors, and I think we did that quite well tonight.
Well, it certainly worked in terms of having some zip in the last 10 minutes. There seemed the energy lifted up a little bit once you get your nose in front. Yeah,
it was, and the bench brought some impact as always, and I think that helped. We kicked it early on, and we could pressure the last 10-20 minutes, so it was good.
So more game time for you next week, you'll be hoping, because it could be quite a big clash against the Chiefs.
Yeah, it is. It's up there too, so that'll be good, and I'll just recover well, and hopefully coach gives me another run, and I'll be happy to go.
They've got quite a good number 12 too, so it could be a good one head to head.
Yeah, no, he's about twice the size of me, so just have to tackle him low if I get the chance.
The Hurricanes are now top of the table as leaders of the New Zealand Conference, ahead of the Stormers and Brumbies on flag points, with the Cheetahs up with the pace in South Africa to sit on the heels of the Chiefs, who trail the Wellingtonians by a mere 16 points differential in their home conference. Making up the top 6 are the Sharks, who had their chances at the weekend but couldn't nail them. Leading the chasers of the Rebels with a cause but without enough wins to force their way into a playoff spot. The Crusaders and Blues have little to show for 3 weeks' effort, but nothing new for the Cantabrians to be starting the season off the back marker. The Highlanders will be enjoying their elevation into 9th place, with the prospect of their clash with the informed Chiefs next Friday something to savour.